guys! So today's video is sponsored. It's sponsored by a brand called Divulge Beauty, and the product I'm focusing on is the Enzyme mask. This stuff I have used maybe 8 times so far, and I'm obsessed with it, and I will tell you why. But first, I just want to read to you the important things to know before checking it out. So first of all, you get 28 grams or 1 ounce in this little tub, and it comes, overexposed. It comes in a powder form because it has no preservatives in it, and all the ingredients are in their most potent form this way. I'm just going to read what it says on the back first. A water-activated, non-abrasive exfoliating mask that evens out skin texture, gently removes dead skin, loosens blocked pores, and makes post-acne scars less visible. Also, this brand is never tested on animals, which is amazing. I'm also going to go through this when I do a little bit of a demo, but you have to use warm water with it. So what you do is it comes with this little scooper, and you just take 1 scoop out. You can put it in the palm of your hand or in a little dish. I like to use a little dish just because you do have to add water to it. And then it says a few drops of water. After a little trial and error, I use about 3 of these guys of water, and it has to be warm water. That's what activates the enzyme. The consistency of the mask that you want it to be is runny enough that there are no clumps in the mask, just so you know it's working, because if it's clumpy, you didn't put enough water to activate it. It's not a physical exfoliant where it doesn't have abrasive beads in it or anything like that. This has ingredients in it that help to lift dead skin and stuff like that. It also has ingredients to help lighten any dark spots. I used to have a lot of acne scars. I still have some here because these are a little bit newer, but over time they will fade more because of this mask as well as other skincare products. But I have noticed an incredible difference with my acne scarring. Something that I struggle with a lot is texture. Texture is something that most people will have trouble with. For me, I have oily skin, so I tend to get a buildup of texture in this area. A lot of blackheads build up around my chin as well. So when I put makeup on, no matter what I do, unless I exfoliate right before with like something physical, then I always have, it looks cakey because I have like little dots all over. But with this mask, it removes that texture, so you have a very blank, smooth canvas to work on, which is really important. Another thing that I like about this, or several things, it's alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and paraben-free. So it's really good for sensitive skin. I have very sensitive skin. Any product that has fragrance in it, I break out really badly. So that's why I'm very picky with my skincare products. And I was kind of nervous about this one until I read all about it. Then I was like, oh, this sounds actually really interesting. So like I said, I've used it about 8 times now. I use it 3 times a week, which is the recommended amount of use. It is gentle enough to do it that much. I know some products say only once a week, but that's because they are very strong and have harsh chemicals, but this is very natural and gentle while still having the effect that you want it to. There are a lot of exfoliating masks out there, and I've tried a ton because I do have that issue. The reason I like this better than the other ones, aside from the price being good, it just being a little more on the natural side, I feel a little bit better about putting on my very sensitive skin. It also has the benefits of lightening any acne scars, which is something that I struggle with, because like I said, I have very oily skin, acne-prone skin, sensitive skin, so anything that has multiple benefits is what I tend to go for. There's one mask in particular that I feel this is very similar to, and that is the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial. They're not exactly the same, they don't have the same ingredients, but the end result on my skin is the same. There are a couple differences. This is powder form, you have to mix it, and the other one comes already in a little pump. That one's way more pricey, and this has other benefits aside from just removing the top layer of skin and like the dead stuff and loosening pores. I find this one way more gentle. A lot of those masks that are similar to the Drunk Elephant as well as that one are a little more harsh. So if you have sensitive skin, you have to be very careful. This one, you can use it 3 times a week, so every other day. For the most part, your skin is perfect. I don't have a macro lens, so I can't get super close for you guys, but I get a lot of blackheads on my nose, and that causes a lot of bumps on top when I have makeup on, unless I like squeeze them and stuff like that. So when I put this mask on, I find that when I take it off, it's very smooth. Like before I put the mask on, if I put my fingers on my nose, it feels a little bit like sandpaper, to be honest, which is gross, but that's just, the texture bit is probably the most exciting part for me. If you have texture on your skin and you try and put makeup on top, it's gonna look cakey no matter what. So you have to remove that texture, and this just, it has become a favorite of mine in the short amount of time that I've had it. It's been about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and I am obsessed with it. Another thing, when you take it off, your skin doesn't feel dry and stripped of everything. My skin still feels really good. That, of course, is a bonus. If you have oily skin, I know some people like to feel that tight feeling, but if you feel like that, your skin is going to overproduce oils, so you don't want anything that's going to dry out your skin more. You always want a little bit of hydration, even if you're oily. So I like this because it doesn't overstrip my skin. I'm going to insert a clip of me kind of going over the directions a little bit more in depth in that clip. But yeah, I'm really pumped about this. I will leave a link down below for you guys if you're interested in checking it out. And then if you have any questions, you can of course leave them down below. I'd be happy to help. And I will insert before and after pictures as well from before I started using the mask till today, pretty much. Here we go to the little walkthrough. Alrighty, so you always want to make sure to apply this on a freshly cleaned face. And I'm just taking 1 scoop of the powder and putting it into my little cup. And then I'm going to take 3 scoops of warm water and start mixing it up. You want the consistency to be thin enough that there are no clumps. And then you just rub it all over your face, just a thin layer. And you're going to leave it on for 10 minutes. And I like to wash it off with a towel instead of just a cleanser, just water, because it's a little easier to take off that way. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have an amazing day.